Happy New Year's, everyone. Hope y'all had a great holiday season. This is my first vlog of the year, and I hope to keep up the momentum of posting for the entire year and keep that drive going. I have quite a year planned and hope things turn out well regarding that. Okay, so I am excited for 2024. But before we get to that, just got to go over last month's when I first started the YouTube journey. Um, Things went pretty much kind of how I expected. The video game goal list, that's still pretty daunting. I'm making some progress with that. The book challenge, the book goals, I'm actually kind of like doing really well. So I'm really liking my progress in that. And those 12 days of 5Ks, unfortunately, I just wasn't able to do simply because of me getting sick for quite an extended period of time. Might have been COVID, might have been the flu. I'm not really sure. Um, but that kind of like really took me out, and knowing myself and what I'm physically capable of, I'm just not able to. I wasn't able to like really do that challenge, and can kind of like succeed for that for the month. Hopefully, this hopefully later on during the year I'll be able to like knock that out and just say I did it, just to do it. But moving on to January and kind of where I am and where I expect things to go, or what I hope things go. Um, but before that, one of the things I have to say I'm most excited about is my resurgence into obstacle course racing. I fell off that back in like round about 2017. So I'm going to be glad to getting back into the mud. I signed up for a few Spartan races that'll be coming up. I think the earliest one is in March, early March. I believe that's in Houston area, if I'm not mistaken. But I do have others that are planned later throughout the year. Savage Race, Rugged Maniac, Tough Mudder, and as well as the Spartan Beast to kind of get that trifecta for the year. um, yeah, I've signed up for some, but I haven't signed up for all of them just yet. The funding for that can be a little daunting, so I don't really want to do that all at once. So I'll try to like intermittently throughout the year before those events come out, preferably during a sale. Just sign up for them and then mark them on my calendar and save up for the trips that I need. I'm pretty grateful that a lot of those things do come to like somewhere in Texas. Otherwise, traveling out of state to do a race is a bit out of my price range for the moment. So definitely gonna be getting off my butt, off this couch, or mostly this gaming chair, and go back to the gym a little bit more often. With that being said, though, I have been looking at a few workout programs, mostly from bodybuilding.com and AthleanX. There's some that kind of interest me, but I know AthleanX has always been like pretty behind a paywall, and I don't remember exactly when bodybuilding.com moved behind a paywall, but I know a lot of those used to be free back in the day. But um, now that I'm kind of like wanting to get more active, I definitely need to switch up my training routine, and hopefully, when I'm able to, like, I'll be able to buy into like either like the yearly subscription purchase or just outright buy a workout program from them, and try that and incorporate that into my like workout routine, because currently how I've been training isn't the best when it comes to like being like cardiovascular endurance. That's been always pretty low, but muscular strength has been on the forefront basically. So with that being said, like I'll be able to like be more well rounded like in a gym and as like an athlete, not just solely focused on like one aspect of like athleticism. So that's future goal, climb Mount Rainier, and being able to bench press a lot isn't going to really help towards that. So that's kind of where I'm kind of thinking, and the long term goal of that is to build myself up to be able to like handle such a daunting hike. So with that, there's no like obstacle course races or events that I have planned for this month. Maybe there might be a few festivals that pop up, but as of right now, I don't know of much. And I'm still kind of recovering from my university classes, paying off those, and just building back up recouping a lot of my funds, essentially, because I was definitely making negative money when I was going to college. So taking a break off that, and that's going to help, fund other things. But with that, moving on to the challenges, though, is the 52 hike challenge, which is, just do a hike once a week. There was no like limitations or any type of like requirements when what was considered a hike. Just go outdoors and move. Essentially, I have a little journal in Excel that I'm gonna like log. So each week, gonna write down a little bit of what that hike was. Was it a paved hike, off the trail? What the elevation gain was, the weather, all these types of things, and long-term goal, help myself climb Mount Rainier. I do kind of expect most of my hikes, probably around 80%, being it's like city parks and things like that, and roughly 15 like state parks, and maybe 5% being like national parks. That's just my estimation as of right now. It's kind of hard to say, but we'll see how the year goes with that. And I kind of like it because it's not so like rigid that like I have to hike 10 miles every week. It does. That's what I do like about it. Is like it does give me some like leeway to be like, hey, things are getting like a little bit crazy this month. I might have to like tone it down, or I might not have time. So that's kind of what I like. I like challenges that are realistic, because a whole lot can happen in a year, and any program that's like too rigid, too like doesn't give you enough leeway doesn't really jive well, because like if something happens, just like I said, if I get sick, it really kind of like puts like a negative mindset, when really it's like you really shouldn't, because you got to go easy on yourself sometimes. And it's like if you're going through something, like don't oh dang, dogs barking at nothing. But like don't like beat yourself up if you can't do something at a certain time, because life does happen. As far as the books go, I'm like a few pages away from finishing Design Your Life, and I'm going to be moving on to Fire the Landscaper. You know, that's a book that I've heard about for several years. You know, when I first changed careers into horticulture. Yeah, I've heard about that book, but I just bought it just the other day. Came in through the Amazon, and man, I'm excited to dig into it. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, I did realize, you know, as I'm doing like this reading more books, that man, I do miss actually reading. One of the biggest things that, you know, during my college years, I guess when I left the military, is having always to be forced to read, you know, like textbooks. I kind of had to put my actual reading to a side, simply because it was just a little bit too much, you know, burnout for me. So yeah, that's one thing I'm loving about like trying to like do this, like accomplish a little bit more things, is I'm getting back into book reading, and hey, I'm loving it. So love the momentum with that. I'm going strong when it comes to like the books. But the video game goals, that's where things have been a little bit of a mixed bag. You know, as you can see, I did put Digimon Survive on hold, simply because it just, like, that bit of gameplay, I say, air quotes. You could see that, but you know, this dang webcams and action cameras are having problems with my PC, and they're not wanting to pick up video, so I gotta just resort to just this fancy mic for now. But yeah, like that gameplay I did of Digimon Survive just wasn't engaging enough for me. And you know, one of the things is that I didn't really want to make my YouTube channel be purely a gaming one, like kind of like an overall like generalist type. I do know, like, at some point, in order to like make it super big, you gotta have like some type of niche. So maybe in the future with that it might change, but as of right now, I don't really want to do pure gaming stuff on there. Like, I do have other videos and different ideas for fun videos later on that I'm gonna like start compiling together ideas for. But yeah, so I think I might tone down the live streaming, and some games on that list, I don't think I'm gonna stream all of them. Especially something like Digimon Survive. I might just do that one off camera. But however, Dragon's Dogma and Dragon's Dogma and Baldur's Gate, yeah, I will finish those because I do enjoy their story, and I would love to see how Dragon's Dogma 1 and Dragon's Dogma 2 kind of like mix. And that's basically what I have planned for January. Moving on to February. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I don't really have... I kind of put my little like goal reminder list at least 3 months out. Yeah, as you can see, I have Alamo... The Houston Spartan Sprint, yeah, that is the one coming up in March. And as well as another Alamo Donut Dash that I need to sign up for still. But, you know, both of these around 5K. Excited to do them. But, yeah, I'm looking at it. It's a little bit difficult to determine exactly how much progress I'm going to end up making when it comes to all these different things, especially like the video games. I'm not too certain because like I just impromptu added Baldur's Gate 3 to the list, just due to like the poor my poor reception of Digimon Survive. So I don't know if I want to keep doing this far out, but like events wise, I probably at least should, to kind of at least get a reminder of, hey, this thing's coming up. But yeah, that's kind of what I have planned out for at least the next month and a half, give or take. You know, February. The only thing that's probably going to end up changing on that is the events, because I'm pretty sure something's going to pop up. One of the things I've heard is the Curveville Renaissance Festival, which, yeah, I'm definitely going to try to go to, and try to get a vlog of that. Yeah, that was one of the things that was on my goal list, was to visit different Renaissance Festival areas. So that was one that I actually had no idea was even a place. So hey, that's pretty cool. That I'll add. But yeah, that's just a quick update for the New Year's, and I just want to keep up this video posting momentum and keep going strong. Hope y'all guys have had a happy New Year's, and I hope the next this year turns out well for you all. Hope you accomplish your resolutions, whatever that may be. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy, and all that kind of good stuff. Y'all have a wonderful day.